I know how much I love my animals, and just people, my clients over time, I almost feel like they take better care of their pets than themselves. So when someone is selling a supplement that's going to, improve their lifestyle, whatever, all of the things, all the claims that are being made for supplements and vitamins especially, people are like, oh, well, I might need that. But if you think about it, vitamins for pets are designed to supplement an already balanced diet. Not like what we eat a whole bunch of variety. Pets tend to eat the same thing every day. So it's already assumed that the food is balanced. So basically, it's a feel-good supplement. It's like throwing the kitchen sink at them and hoping that, something is going to keep them healthy. So there's that. And then there's, just the absolute number of supplements that people are being shown. Then there's the diets that are out there that on the internet that are not balanced. And they say, look out when you hear them say, check with your vet because, they're making a recommendation and they're not a vet and it's probably not balanced properly. And so people are like, okay, it's just so confusing, but this looks good. Let me try this because, I know something's wrong. And that something that's wrong is feeding an entirely processed diet for the pet's entire life and hoping you can supplement your way out of that. And there is no way that you can correct a bad diet with a supplement. It's like thinking that you could eat fast food all the time and you can take a vitamin and it's going to kind of erase all of that. So that's a big problem there. Just knowing who they can trust. Yeah, just all the diets that are out there that are not balanced and all the vitamins that are out there that are supposed to correct things. You cannot supplement your way out of a bad diet. I'm Dr. Dody Tyneway, and I am the CEO and founder of Holistic Vet Blend. Our company makes premixes and nutritional supplements to help create homemade diets for dogs and cats. I'm a veterinarian with over 32 years of experience and certifications in many areas of holistic medicine, acupuncture, herbal medicine, natural nutrition, rehabilitation, physical therapy, chiropractic. I've just dedicated my life to augmenting my traditional Western medicine with holistic medicine, but especially to educate around nutrition as the basis of health. Well, first things, I sold a number of premixes at my office over the years, and I found that the quality was not the greatest, and they were expensive. And many of them contained ingredients that were dehydrated. For example, sweet potatoes. I was shocked to find that a majority of the sweet potatoes dehydrated in the United States and put into different products are all coming from China. And I was like, wow, that's just a kind of a waste of energy to dehydrate all these vegetables and then put them into pet food when you could give the real thing. So I didn't like that either. And I just knew that I needed to do a better job, find a supplement that is a good price point and also a sustainable way to go. Basically, if you cook for your cat, there's going to be 60 to 90 less cans and pouches on the landfill every month per cat. That's so much. So these were the issues that I was encountering, and I just knew that I needed to put the best quality supplement for a good price point out there. Basically, with human and animal supplements, there's not a whole lot of oversight. So, there's a lot of trust there. You have to know that the company you're dealing with is going to have a quality product. And, with pets, there's so many supplements. And it's hard to know, is this regulated? For example, our supplement, all the ingredients are tested individually, and then the end product, when everything is mixed together, it's tested again for heavy metals, contaminants of bacteria or fungal infections. It's all of the product is tested, and we used a PhD animal nutritionist to help us design the product. Now somebody who just took up a hobby of, making their own pet food and then, came up with a supplement, basically. We worked hard to perfect this over the years. I do think that there is a lot of opposition of anything holistic by a lot of veterinarians, but I do believe that comes from just seeing a lot of poor advice and kind of throwing the baby out with the bathwater. making blanket recommendations because of that holistic care is not effective, or it's voodoo science. But truthfully, over the time, the public is pushing, the consumer demand is pushing for more natural products. And I think that veterinarians are becoming more open to that because there are a lot of really good products and there are a lot of effective holistic and herbal interventions that you can do. And especially nutritionally, they start to see that these pets are actually doing better despite what maybe they learned in vet school. And what I learned in vet school was to give a therapeutic prescription processed, highly processed diet to pets. And when they start to see that these pets are thriving with holistic care, good holistic care, again, is more integrative. It doesn't throw the baby out with the bathwater. It's Western medicine and traditional medicine and holistic medicine. I like to call it more integrative because holistic, people tend to think that there's no science behind that. But we all know that nutrition is a foundation of health. And it's so important to feed a quality diet. We know that for ourselves. So why wouldn't it be true for our pets? Well, when you choose nutritious whole food ingredients, you're going to see a benefit in health, and it's an investment in health and vitality. It's you can expect to spend maybe a little bit more, but when you think about it, some of these highly processed pet foods that are in really fancy, beautiful bags with, vegetables and meat and, looking really good on the bag, they're not so good for your pet. But a quality diet, making an investment in a quality diet, quality supplements, you're going to see the benefit of that financially through better health. And, you can't put a price on seeing your pet thrive. You can shop the sales, you can buy in bulk, you can actually make homemade pet food really economical and comparable to most of the diets that are out there. So we do try to make it more economical by offering a subscription or discounts for buying in bulk. So that helps alleviate the costs of care. We do offer a lot of resources through our YouTube channel, through our Instagram and Facebook to educate people about holistic care. So our products are available online, so you can get them easily. And we have our subscription program that will have them delivered to your door on a monthly basis, or however, when you run out, it's going to be there the next one. Products tend to focus on not so much prevention, but treatment of problems. So your dog has, gastrointestinal issue, it will get a processed prescription diet. It tends to be reactive in that way, whereas if you're feeding a healthy diet to begin with, you wouldn't have to jump to a prescription diet. Certainly we don't do that. Why would we do that for our pets? Yeah, a lot of the premixes that were out there were dehydrated vegetables, perhaps. Some of them have dehydrated meat as well. And I just found that to be not very sustainable minded. I'd rather see people buy the vegetables and meat and not go through the process of dehydration. Also, there's a lot of packaging waste that goes along with that. I just didn't feel good about it. The pet food recall in 2007 was really my impetus to develop this product. So I knew that I needed to help these people that were absolutely terrified to feed, commercial pet food. So I worked with a PhD animal nutritionist, a zoo nutritionist, because I wanted to start with something that was as close to nature as possible. So we did go through lots of iterations of our premix, literally starting with organ meat, adding organ meat to the meat. After a while, I found it really difficult to source organ meat, quality liver, heart, kidney. So I would, and I really didn't enjoy dealing with organ meat as well. So that is the one thing that we did dehydrate. But other than that, the rest of the supplement is, you're the one that's going to go out and buy the meat and vegetables. Also, I wanted to give people flexibility for their lifestyle. So people can use their pressure cooker, they can use their slow cooker, they can use the stovetop, and I even educate around feeding raw diets. And lastly, it's a way for me to give back, because it's so important to me to enhance the human-animal bond, because I know how much I love my animals, and I know how good I feel about nourishing them well, just like nourishing my family. It's really important to me. And I feel like that's just when I get an email that my recipes are helping an animal thrive, I'm just so happy. It just fills my heart. All ingredients in our premixes are suitable for human consumption. We also make sure that our packaging is recyclable, and we know that, by making your own food, you are going to have a much smaller carbon footprint for your pet and your family. And we also avoid dehydrated foods because that is just an energy drain that is not necessary. When you can buy a whole food, why would you process it? Even dehydrating it uses a lot of the energy. If you think about it, nutrition is the foundation of health. So a healthy diet, a minimally processed diet, we know science tells us for humans, it's going to decrease the big four. I think in humans, they call the big four heart disease, dementia, cancer, and diabetes. So if it's true for humans, why wouldn't it be science and true for animals? And it's just, we know a minimally processed diet and holistic vet blend, that's a big part of our mission, is to have people feed a whole food, minimally processed diet. We also know about the omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. It's like the Mediterranean diet in humans. It's so much healthier to eat a less inflammatory diet. So less inflammation equals less degenerative diseases equals a healthier animal and a healthier human. Key benefits would be, we know like a minimally processed diet is going to be less inflammatory. We know that the omega-6 to omega-3 ratio is going to be much friendlier. It's not going to be as inflammatory as a highly processed diet, which we know that whatever the standard American diet, I guess the standard kibble diet is going to be pro-inflammatory, whereas a minimally processed diet is going to discourage inflammation in the body. So you're going to have a much healthier animal in the long run. I just hear so many people saying, oh, my dog is allergic to this, that, and the other thing. I mean, how many people do you know are allergic to chicken? Probably not very many. But so many people think that their pet is allergic to a certain protein, when it's not so much the protein, it's the highly processed nature of that protein. So these dogs that are eating, diets that are encouraging inflammation are much less healthier. They're going to be itchier. Their skin and coat are just not going to look good. So we see a lot of these pets on these inflammatory diets switch over to more of a whole food diet. Their skin and coat is much better, less itching. Their digestion improves. Their stools no longer have a terrible odor. They aren't passing a ton of gas. Their just energy and vitality is so much better. They're more alert. Everything just seems to come together. I mean, think about it for yourself. When you go on a vacation, say, and you're, eating in the airport and you're on the run and you're not eating a healthy diet, you definitely feel it in your body. Well, imagine that every single day. The best approach is a combined approach, the best of Western medicine and the best of holistic medicine. Holistic medicine tends to rely more on nutrition as the foundation of health, whereas Western medicine would choose a therapeutic diet, for example, for a problem. It's more reactive. Instead of preventing disease with a healthy diet to begin with, it reacts with another processed diet to treat the disease. So I believe holistic medicine is more, it just makes more sense for us to eat a whole food diet. It makes more sense for our pets to do that. We're not reacting to disease as much as we are preventing it. And if you think about the approach for Western medicine, where you grab a prescription diet, if you went to your physician, say, with an issue, and they grabbed a bag of processed food off the shelf and said, here, this is what you eat, and you eat this and this alone for the rest of your life. Worse yet, if you have a puppy or a kitten and you go to the pediatrician and they say you need to feed this purple bag for the rest of your pet's life, you would think that they're absolutely lost their marbles. I mean, you'd be like, I'm never going back to that doctor. So we're trying to change that in veterinary medicine, and I do think we're making headway. We'd love to see you try some of our products, have them in your home, and join our family. And I'd love to hear your success stories when you use them. Nothing makes me feel better than hearing pets thrive with natural nutrition.